Hello, Scorpio, and welcome back to New Hope Tarot, where we will be doing your reading for the second half of December. I have meditated upon the cards and I pre-shuffled. Let's go ahead and get into the meditation part and what I got. Spirit showed me an owl, but I heard the word burrowing, so I had to look that up. I didn't know what that meant. And a burrow, I guess there's a burrowing owl. And I had to Google it, like I said. And it turns out that they're actually quite smart. Very resourceful owls. They're a little quirky, a little bit different than regular owls. But they're very resourceful and very flexible. They hunt both at night and during the day. But when they're babies, their cries mimic that of a rattlesnake to scare off predators. They also collect dung from cows. And put it in their nest to attract beetles, dung beetles. And that is their source of food, right? So they're very resourceful. They're very, very smart little creatures. And I feel like that's all you. You being resourceful, you dealing with what you have, you using your resources the best way possible, making do with what you have, being very smart about it. During the pre-shuffle, the cards that came out were the Hermit, the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Sun in reverse, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. And then at the very end, the Death card came out, which is you coming out very, very strong, very powerful position. And what I'm getting from this is the fact that you may be in deep thought or perhaps hibernation mode about something, a situation, something, whatever that is. But either way, you're not taking action quite yet, as you may not feel that it's the right time for the best outcome for you. Okay. I'm getting all of these cards. All right. But then right at the very end, what I got was whenever you feel that you have all of the answers, or you feel like the time is right, or you have sufficient clarity, that's when you'll make your move, or that's when you'll present something, show something, I don't know, speak up, I don't know, whatever that looks like for you, you know your situation, but that's what I was getting with it just feels like you're coming out very strong with the Death card right at the very, very end. All right, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Moon in reverse, Seven of Cups. You want those. The World in reverse. The Hermit. Hey, the Hermit. Hey, that came out earlier. Okay, we're going to try to get all of these in here. Okay. There we go. Can you see all of those? Yes. Okay, perfect. The Eight of Swords in reverse, the Empress in reverse, the Six of Pentacles, Nine of Coins, Two of Coins in reverse, High Priestess, Queen of Wands, Two of Swords, Three of Wands in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse. All right, let's break this down. Let me go ahead and connect with the energies very quickly here. You guys, I am still recovering from this cough, so I apologize. It is improving though, so that's a plus. All right. Yeah, just like the Queen of, not the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're not taking much action right now. I feel like you're still trying to collect information. It's like you know that there's information that's missing, knowledge that's missing. You're trying to collect that information because you're trying to gain the clarity required. You're trying to decipher the best way possible within this situation before moving forward with whatever this is. I don't know what this is, because it feels like you're either trying to free yourself from a situation, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like a relationship or anything like that. Maybe you're trying to leave a position, or maybe you're trying to step up from a position, or whatever that looks like. And you're trying to be, again, smart about it, resourceful about it. um, you don't want to deroot something, right? You don't want to take away from what it is you've been building on, right? You don't want to deroot it. You want to trim it, right, in order for it to flourish that much more. But you're not, it's like you almost feel like if you take action too quickly, you might sever a relationship or the connection or the potential for something to work, right? And it feels here with this Empress in reverse, it's like you're trying to um prune the trees, the thing that you're working on, the relationship, the job, yourself. You're trying to prune and snip so that it strengthens the bond, or the situation, or the potentiality of something working out for the better. Yeah, and it just feels like here with this Six of Pentacles, you're again, you don't mind giving, right? But it feels like I need to take some time for myself. I want to make sure that I'm self-sustainable. I'm able to help myself in order to help others. Again, going back to that burrowing owl, where you're very resourceful, right? You're trying to be flexible. You're trying to be wise. And specifically here next to the Hermit, you're trying to be very, very wise in whatever this looks like for you, whatever situation this is for you. Whenever you do make this decision, and I feel like you're, again, going back to what I said earlier in the pre-shuffle, you're not making any decisions right now. You're being very wise because you know that you're missing something. But you also know that you have, like, the High Priestess has no ceiling, right? There's like an endless amount of potential, but you don't want to cap that ceiling, right? You don't want to cap that off by making too swift of a move, or too drastic of a move too quickly. You're trying to gain the right momentum. You're trying to gain that victory, that win. You're trying to come out on top, looking good, looking clever, looking like the winner that you are, is what I heard. I really like that. The moment you get the clarity, that's when you start moving forward. But until you get the clarity, you're not going anywhere. You've got everything on pause. This is repeating the same thing over and over. They're being very, very clear. This is, if you're not doing that, then please This is what needs to be done, okay? In order for you to move forward, that's what needs to happen. Yeah, remember I said you may be like in hibernation mode. You're thinking, you're in deep thought, you're in creative mode. So maybe for some of you, you're in the thought process of writing a book. Like you're trying to get that right foundation of the outline of a book or whatever, because you just don't want to put anything out there. You want this to be a success, right? You're being very smart and very strategic about whatever this is, because this matters very deeply to you. Very, very deeply to you, and you want this to be a success. Whatever that is. There's the King of Cups. Again, that one, the first one was in reverse. This is right side up. This matters to you, and this can affect your inner and outer world very much. Whatever this is, I don't know what this is, but you know your own life. Yeah, you don't want to struggle anymore. You don't want to have those burdens anymore. You want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're going to reap the rewards of, okay? Because the Ten of Wands, not only is it like the end of burdens, it's also like the collection of your harvest, right? And remember, that's what I was saying at the beginning, where you're trying to get the best outcome. Also, what I said here with the Empress, you want to make sure that things take, like grow, they don't die, right? Right, what else do we have here for Scorpio, please? What else do we have here for Scorpio? What else can we help them out with? Okay. Right, they'll have that victory. But it is a slow progression. It is a slow progression. We have the Hermit and we have the Empress both in reverse. Yeah. You want to make sure that you don't regret. I mean, these are the next cards that came out of. That you don't regret making too swift of a move for fear of, this reminds me a lot of this Empress card, right? Remember I said reaping the rewards, not collecting your harvest. This is what I was talking about, because this, whatever this is, really matters to you, and you rather start it gently with baby steps to make sure that you have that secured foundation. Okay. Right. If you're going too quickly, make sure that you pull back and pay attention to this guidance here. All right. I'm going to put these right here so we can try to see those. All right. Can you see those? Here, I'll do this. There we go. You see those? All right. Very good. Yeah. You don't want to commit to any one way or another. Right now, it just feels like you don't have all of the details. And you may feel like there's another option in order to gain the win in regards to this situation. It's like there's another potential way of doing something, which is why, remember, I mean, this is, the Hermit is coming out 3 times. Until you get that clarity, you're not gonna move forward. You're being very smart, right? You don't want to not build. You want to make sure that you're growing, you're building, you're improving on yourself, a situation, a creative thing, whatever this is. It feels like it matters very, very deeply to you, and you're your guidance, or yeah, I guess it should be your guidance for the second half of December, is taking it slow, making sure you have the clarity and that foundation, right? You have all of the answers that you need, or all of the details that you need in order for whatever this is to become the success that you know that it can be. Yeah. Yeah. And for a lot of you, this is about just straight up independence. It could be financial independence. This can just be about you growing as an individual, or in that field that you're in, whatever, as an author, as, in your place of business, as a parent. Perhaps you're wanting to be a parent, and, you're, before deciding that you're going to be a parent, you want to make sure that you have all of the pieces together. Like, am I married to the right person? I'm not saying that that's what it is. I'm just giving you examples, just so that you can think outside your box. And maybe you don't know what this is about, and you're like, how does that even fit me? Believe me, this fits you in some way, shape, or form. For the majority of you, of course, I can't ding it on everybody. So take only what resonates within the readings. But this is repeating it this over and over. So it's very, very specific. So it's gotta hit you. All right, my dear ones, until we meet again, I hope this did resonate. And until we meet again, have yourself a beautiful rest of your December. Bye.